yeah, I should win just because you had the Timberwolves in the 8th seed.
Vasilevsky's been playing really well, and the Lightning have a great offense.
Yeah, it was a tremendous shot, and I've come to expect it from LeBron. I would say I wish the best for the Red Sox, but as a Yankees fan, that's really hard for me to do.
The biggest addition to me is Jalen Brunson.
Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and that's all I have to say. He's still a top 5 quarterback in this league, and there's nothing really anyone can do about it.
Why'd you have to name him? Like, seriously? Like, thanks, man.
Who would have thought 5 years ago that the Clippers and Nets would be facing in the finals?
How is Joe Burrow going to get the ball to them if his butt is already on the ground?
Crazy. And for the fans at home,
Hello, I'm Cy Mendenhall, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week. And I am Kevin, and I'm joined by the man who I'm assuming is scrolling through Twitter looking for new NBA news.
I mean, I wish there was news to look for, Kevin. I wish there was, but there just isn't really. I mean, the Mavs just signed Derek Jones Jr. I'm
Derek
sure you
Jones.
saw that.
Yeah, which I don't think is a bad move, but I don't know. When you have trade speculation of James Harden, Dame, and then Pascal Siakam might get traded, and Harden and Dame was like on the first few days of free agency.
Yeah, it's something we've heard about a long time.
And I'm sick of it because I'm like, just do the trade or don't. I just want the trade to happen.
I get why they haven't traded him, but as a fan, it's less enjoyable when that trade does not happen. You can't really predict what's going to happen next year. You don't know how the Mavs are really sitting, because if a team in the West trades for Dame or for Harden, it really does affect your favorite team's title chances.
Or if, like, do the Mavs get on the trade? Do they trade Hardaway and something with the Siakam trade? And it's just, we had this last year with Kevin Durant. It's just a saga, and Kevin Durant didn't get traded until the trade deadline. So is that what's going to happen with Harden, Lillard, and Siakam?
I could see that much more likely with Siakam, since I don't think the talk with, or the speculation with Siakam is all that grand. The other two, I'd be shocked if Lillard is still with Portland come tip off of the first game.
Okay. I agree with Lillard, and I agree with Siakam. I think Harden, we could see beyond the Sixers for a long time.
I agree. There's a chance he's just not traded at all.
Yeah, which is just, it's fun speculation, but it's also annoying because I just want something to happen. Because I'm like, well, is the trade going to go through? And then with the NBA offseason, there aren't really, well, there are notable free agents. Like, I guess Christian Wood, but like Derek Jones Jr., there's just nothing happening right now. And I guess I've heard a lot of the GMs are on vacation, but it's also, the trades probably won't happen this month. It will probably happen in September if there will be one trade before the start of the season.
Yeah. I just don't know. This again stalls the offseason, and it makes it, I think, less enjoyable for some of those free agents who are thinking about signing. Well, I don't want to sign with Portland if they're going to try and trade Dame, or I don't want to sign with 76ers if they're going to try and trade Harden. It does, I think, affect how other veteran free agents, guys who want to win a championship, decide on where they're going to spend next year.
Yeah, I agree. And it is, to me, it's frustrating. Because to me, the offseason's never really dead. Or a trade, which could be a good thing, but it's also, okay, can I start planning predictions? Or, okay, I guess I got to wait to see if this trade happens.
Yeah, because the repercussions are massive for any trade that includes any of those three guys you mentioned before.
Yeah, and then there's that news with the league might get upset with teams if Lillard makes it like he only will go to the Heat. Did you see that? That was a few weeks ago.
I didn't see that report, and I don't get why players do that. Again, there's loyalty, and I'm cool with a player asking to leave. They could still be a loyal player. It's when you tell, hey, you can only trade him to the Heat, because then you're not actually helping the team before. Because And that was my problem with Beal. Like, I love Beal, but you basically only said you would go to the Suns because of the agent's father. So, like, hey, get traded and we'll get a lot for you. It'll help both parties. You can win. We can get better in the future. But no, that's not how that trade worked out with the Wizards. And that's not how it's going to work out with Dame. And that's why I'm so against those, hey, you can only trade me to this team when they don't have a uh, if they want to leave. Like, you can't just make it to where the team has no choice.
Yeah, my pushback is that we did see that with Beal, but Beal did have a no trade clause, so he could veto it. We don't see Lillard to me, from what I've seen, does not have a trade clause, but it's just like you want to do right by him. But if the Heat don't give you a good offer, you should open it up and just get, hey, they didn't give us a good offer. We tried, but I'm not gonna do it. Like you said, I'm not gonna get diminished returns when if the Spurs go in and try to trade for Dame, what they could offer.
Well, my thing with Beal is that if he, again, I love Beal, but if he only wants to go to the Suns, but the Suns are giving us nothing, you don't have to trade him. It's not a forced trade clause. It's a no trade clause for the other person. They don't have to go anywhere else, but they don't have to go anywhere.
That's fair.
And that would kind of make it to where the player would have to give some leeway. Hey, I know you want to be traded to a winner, but can we at least get something back for you?
But yeah, with the Beal, it seemed just like, yeah, we're done. We'll trade him for anything. But yeah, with Dame, I just want trades. I just want trades to happen or not happen, and not just the rumors of like, oh, there could be a trade. Because I don't know when I don't know when any of these trades are going to end, and they may never happen either.
The NBA white noise never ceases. There's always a little remnant of discussion about what could happen. Is this player going to go here? Is this player going to ask for a trade? What happens if this, if that? And all these trade rumors are definitely not helping that noise die down.
Yeah. So I think we both agree it's a frustrating NBA offseason because this is the second year in a row this has happened.
It's true.
So I don't like this becoming a thing. But yeah. So the big news, Derrick Jones Jr. signs with the Mavs, and then the possibility of trades. Who do you want to do the three people, and see where they get traded, or say where they get traded, or if they get traded?
By the start of the year, or
Let's do by the start of the year.
I don't think Dame or Siakam. I think Siakam doesn't get traded. I don't think Harden gets traded, and I'll say Dame. I'll play my odds and say Dame to the Heat.
Okay, I'm gonna say Dame to the Heat. I don't think Harden gets traded, and then I'm gonna say Siakam to the Hawks.
I've seen a lot of talk about that, but I just don't think the Raptors want to do that. But I mean, it could happen.
I want it. I want it to happen so the Mavs get Clint Capella.
Why would they get rid of their center?
Well, do you think? I think they would play Siakam at center. If I'm the Hawks,
I don't know if Siakam can really play center. It'd be small ball. Like Siakam's 6'9", which is
yeah.
I guess you can play center, but last year, let me go by play-by-play. Yeah, he played some of his minutes even at small forward, and he was the primary ball handler last year, him and Scotty Barnes, for a very, very tall, lengthy Raptors team.
Yeah, I think that's what I've been hearing, or that's what I think could be happening, because they also have a Kung Wu, but I think the Hawks want to go cheap. They don't want to pay the luxury tax as much.
But why would they trade for Siakam then?
I think it's a 1-year deal, and they think they can get Siakam, and it helps.
But you don't get Siakam for 1 year unless you think you're going to win a ring. They're doing this for the future.
Well, if they trade, but I'm saying their money would go up if they trade for Siakam and kept Capella.
No, but even if you get rid of Capella, you're going to have to pay Siakam even more than Capella next year, and you'll be over the luxury tax again.
Yeah. The Siakam ones, I want Capella on the Mavs. And I feel the Mavs would probably send a first to Toronto to get Capella.
Say again.
I feel the Mavs in the deal, it would help the Hawks because the Mavs would send a first round pick to the Raptors.
Like
For
what, a
Siakam.
2029 or something like that?
I think there's one. They do have a first. And it's not 2029. It's like
2030?
No, the 2030 is in the Irving deal. They have one. They have one more first round pick that they can trade.
I just don't know if the Hawks, if they want to lose money, they just trade Capella. I don't know why they would trade for I only see one of the, either they trade for Siakam or they trade out Capella. I don't think both would happen unless they're trading Capella to the Raptors.
But I don't think the Raptors want Capella.
Again, if the Hawks don't want to pay money, Siakam's only going to be more money.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So I'm gonna say Siakam though to the Hawks. It's my wish. I'm gonna put it in existence. But yeah, that's all we got. Any final thoughts, Austin?
Nope.
All right. Thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.